name's Morgan Arancibia, and my topic was, are there solutions to stop poaching around the world? Well, just to let you guys know, poaching, pretty sure everyone's familiar with poaching. Does everyone have a pet? Does everybody have a pet? Mm-hmm. Yeah, mainly pets. Awesome, you guys love animals? I love animals. Okay. Poaching is the illegal hunting or capturing of just wild animals. Sometimes it involves land, sometimes it doesn't. But does anybody know like what animals poach the most and sold the most right now?
Elephants?
No. Yeah, right? They're pangolins. Yeah, they're pangolins right now. They're really cute. So about 11,000 pangolins have been trafficked in just the past 3 months. So 4.4 tons of pangolin scales were confiscated. The shipment was estimated to contain 1,100 to 606,000 murdered African pangolins, valued at $1.25 million. So they're usually poached for their scales. The scales, they use it for like jewelry mainly, and then they put it in medicine. It does jack diddly for you. It literally does nothing. So it kind of just is like what do you think? It's like an intuition type thing. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna put it in there just to see if it actually helps me, but it doesn't. And then their meat, it just ties into seen as a delicacy because when you eat the meat, it's kind of like, oh, it means you're rich, it means you're important, it means you mean something. So that's why they do it, and it's not good. It's disgusting. And then we're just gonna watch a quick clip. You guys, can't even tell you how many times I like cried watching this. I love elephants. They're my favorite animals, so it's really hard to watch this.
Just 23 years. This stockpile is reportedly valued at over $15 million.
This reminds me of some kind of genocide memorial or some solemn place that records what could be the end of the elephant in the wild. And the absolute shame of what is going on can be seen in this comparison. These are the magnificent creatures that used to roam Africa, and the poachers are now slaughtering animals that have barely had any time to grow.
Well, so basically, like this demonstration is, this is what elephants' tusks usually grow to when they actually age well and age long enough. And this is what poachers are killing them for right now, because they're killing them when they're like 5 years old or so, so their trunks, or the tusks don't grow as long. So I just think, just looking at that, it's kind of just, it's just a disappointment, because why kill if it's for nothing, basically? Because this is what we used to get, and then this is like what we get, and sometimes like half of that as well. So I think that's just really sad, because it's literally a tooth, and it's just seen to be valuable and beautiful, so that's why they kill the animal for it. Oh, sorry, bad. Okay, I get the pros to poaching. There's an art form to it. You guys can see this is ivory, and in China they actually hire people that drill into ivory and make it art. It's actually really beautiful art, because an elephant is seen as a really happy animal, and it's actually religious and it's worshipped. But when they do this, they like make little Buddhas and like little forms of art like that. It's actually really cool, really awesome. It's really beautiful. And then obviously trade and economic benefits is why the reason behind poaching. Like this in the Democratic Republic of Congo, ivory traded for guns and ammunition. More than half of China aids Africa, and for obvious reasons, Africa needs to make some sacrifices to be able to use those benefits to be able to get that money, because Africa is kind of scary, and they need those guns and ammunition to be able to like protect themselves and protect their citizens as well. So that's one side of poaching that is needed, I guess. And then obviously it helps businesses around the world. Obviously China is a big receiver of ivory, and they pay as much as they want. Like with that last video in that room, that's in Africa right now. It wasn't seen until then, and China's willing to take anything. And also before, there's like they went in secretly and tried to get ivory from poachers, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll give you 200 ounces of it, and we can get it for you tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, China bought all of it, and they didn't have any more. So China is willing to spend anything to get those. And then cons to poaching, obviously the extinction, balance in the environment and the economy. Extinction, it's not just like the pangolins or the elephants or the rhinos, ones you mainly know about, but it's approximately 30,000 species per year, 3 per hour, are being driven to extinction. It's like Harvard University. The imbalance of environment. So in like Yellowstone, for example, the North American gray wolf was on the brink of extinction, and because they didn't hunt as much elk, the elk started eating the aspen tree, and the aspen tree almost went into extinction because of how much elk was just overpopulated. And then the North American gray wolf finally went back up and then evened out again. But just that imbalance alone can affect our our nature and stuff, and that isn't good for us either. And our economy. This is from Barack Obama. It says wildlife is inseparable from African identity and prosperity. So Africa is known for those beautiful, majestic animals like the pangolins, like the rhinos, like the elephants. And Africa is a beautiful country, and people are taking their beauty away little by little. Even Africa is taking its own beauty away, and that's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to do, just to be able to get that money and those guns. So I think that's very sad. Well, the solution that I thought would be, that I researched obviously, modifying the tusks and horns, so they can like de-tusks, or they just like shave it down, so then it, poachers wouldn't be able to get to it, or they're dyeing it with pink dye, and this dye, it just is pink dye, and it's some poison in it, so the consumer when they take it, they only get just a little bit sick, but it's not to the point where they can die, where it's like fatal. So that's a point in the solution. And then the improved security, so like there's drones. Everyone know what a drone is. Everyone knows what a drone is. So drones have night vision, so they're thinking of using those to be able to just like scope the area and be able to tell or like help out when the poacher's gonna try to hunt an elephant at night. Just try to educate, obviously. Educate why these animals are important and how much they affect us and what they do for us, even though we might not think they directly are related to what we live for, I guess. And obviously the technology to improve, as well as like the drones and stuff. The only like downsides to this is sometimes poachers, because they can't get that full like tusk, they'll still kill the elephant just to get that trunk, and they'll still kill elephants in vengeance, which is just really disappointing and sad, because it's pointless to do, because it's not worth enough for a life, basically, of an elephant or any other animal, in fact. But the next slide is just to show some animals that you may not know are poached. So like obviously our rams, or the gorillas, tigers, sharks, and manta rays. And obviously I love elephants, they're my favorite animal, so at first it was just about elephants, but then when I started to like really go into it, it started to bring up more animals and more like ways they're killed, and it was yeah. Don't watch elephant documentaries; they're sad. I wanted to cry every 5 seconds, but I don't know. I love animals. I love our wildlife, and it's just a thing to think about poaching and how much animals are actually affected by poaching. Not just like 2 different species. It's like 10, more than like 66 species. So. But that's my presentation, and thank you guys. So that's it.
Able to take a couple questions?
What do they poach for the most, like all animals?
What do they poach for the most? Well, like pangolins right now are the most poached. So for them, it's mainly just the scales. Like they'll even use their kids. The poachers will use their kids to put them in their backpacks and smuggle it to the smuggler, and they get paid. And so it's mainly just the scales right now. Elephants are most nice.
So why do they poach like sharks and the?
So obviously sharks are like as well a delicacy in some places. So like shark fin soup, they're mainly just for the meat. That's what sharks are poached for, and as well as the manta rays. I don't know.
Have we ever like actually put an animal in extinction through poaching?
No. Well, no. That's said the dodo, but I was like, no, not the dodo. We didn't do anything. No, we were really close with elephants and stuff, though, and rhinos.
I think we actually have both species of rhinos.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the white male. Yeah, that was really sad.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.